Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning all of my friends. Thank you for clicking our videos, and also special thanks to Miss Nisa as our English lecturer, and also to supervise our presentation today. In this wonderful day, we will present one of the interesting case that we found, and I'm also pretty sure you guys ever heard it before. Today we're gonna bring the problem between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard cases. Without further ado, let's continue to our next speaker.
Okay, my name is Sofiah and my number is 121. Okay, I'm going to explain the background, what it is and when it happened. Everything began after Amber wrote an article for the Washington Post in December 2018. In that article, she described herself as a survivor of domestic abuse, even though she never mentioned Johnny Depp's name. However, many people assumed she was talking about him, and as a result, Depp claimed that her words were false and destroyed his career. Okay, next slide 3. Johnny and Amber met in 2009 while filming a movie. They married in 2015 but separated in 2016 after abuse allegations. They filed a defamation lawsuit in 2019, and the trial ran from April to June 2022, with the verdict announced on June 1st, 2022.
Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Brilliandra Mizar. My last name number is 117. Okay, I will explain when it happened. Johnny and Amber met in 2009 while filming a movie. They got married in 2015, but their marriage ended just 1 year later. In 2016, after Heard accused Depp of being abusive, Depp filed the defamation lawsuit being in March 2019, and the trial took place from April until June 2022. The verdict was announced on June 1st, 2022. Next, where it happened. The trial happened in Fairfax County, Virginia in United States. This location was chosen because the Washington Post staff were based there. Before this trial, Depp had already lost a similar libel case in the United Kingdom in 2020 against a British newspaper called The Sun.
Hello guys, my name is Niki and the last entry number is 111. For the Y section, I will explain the reason this case became discussed actually because Johnny Depp should reported Amber for defamation. He did this after Amber wrote a statement describing herself as a victim of domestic violence. Even though she did not mention him by name, the statement was widely understood to be referring to him, and it affected his reputation. And so in short, the case started because he wanted to respond to the accusation and clear his name. And next, for the how section, I will explain how the issue became a legal case. The situation escalated after Amber Heard published an article in which she described herself as a victim of domestic violence. Although she did not mention Depp directly, many people believe the article was about him, and the article became the basis for the defamation claim, and is the reason the case eventually received a court.
My name is Akeelah. My last number is 113. So today I'll explain to you guys, articulate and share. So several roles were used in this case. The Virginia defamation law required proof that statements were false and harmful. The New York Times v. Sullivan case in 1964 created the actual malice rule, which means that public figure must prove the other person acted with bad intent. Virginia anti-SLAPP law also appeared, but it didn't stop the case from continuing. These laws were help define whether the op was legal or defamatory. So this so the second one is legal consequences. In the final verdict, the jury mostly sided with Johnny Depp, was awarded $10 million in compensatory damage and 350,000 in punitive damage. Amber Heard also won $2 million from her countersuit, but she didn't receive any punitive damage. Both parties faced serious reputational effect. Depp slowly regained public support, while Heard faced strong backlash and criticism. The case also raised concern that defamatory lawsuit might silence victims of abuse in the future.
Okay, guys, we already reached to the final slides, and I'm here gonna read the summary of this case for you guys. The defamation case between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard centered on Heard's 2018 op-ed in the Washington Post that, while not naming him, was perceived as a referring to Depp as a perpetrator of domestic violence and was deemed damaging to her career. Heard cases, which last 2 whole months under intense media coverage and live broadcasts, involved Virginia defamation law. The final outcome of the U.S. trial was substantially in favor of Johnny Depp, with the jury awarding him millions of dollars in damages. Although Amber Heard also won a small portion of her counterclaim, the case successfully cleared Depp's name in public's eye, but at the same time sparked an important debate about risks of defamation lawsuit potentially silencing future victims of abuse. Okay, thank you guys. I think that's all of our presentation today. We just want to say sorry if there's something wrong with our presentation, and also thank you for you guys that heard our presentation today. Last word from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.